Yo, yo, yo. Superadditivity war. I love making war videos because it makes me think outside the box. Uh, and especially coming up with like random ass I mean, it's not random ass strategies. It's not like I'm making them for the first time. It's not like I'm using them for the first time, but still making up a strat for a specific base and then making it work as well is quite good, and I enjoy doing that. And I get to do it more against such good and well coordinated and well structured teams like Superadditivity. So I recorded all of my attacks. I wasn't able to really come make a commentary while I was doing the attack, so I'm just doing this voiceover thing, and so I can actually walk you through my thought process. Because if I just pose the attack, y'all might miss some things. Honestly, once I I go back through my videos, I sometimes wonder why did I do what I did. And so, yeah, that's that. Let us get into the video now. And first base we're attacking is Kyrem. Kyrem is the reason I'm attacking Kyrem first is because Kyrem is an amazing free to play player. He's got an amazing account, and he's just smart. Like, look at this comp. They've got Hunan, Charm, and Kilomancer thought completely outside the box. The restrictions were Dragon, Water, and Metal. Everyone was running Florian, but these guys are like, nah, let's run Kilomancer. What can Kilomancer do? He gives your whole team immunity to possession, and he's got trade protection. And then paired with Kyrem's Hunan, he's got evasion too. So like you cannot possess them. Uh, if you remove evasion, again, you cannot possess them. You cannot trade disable them. Uh, you cannot do the trade disable extra turn because well they're protected with evasion. So like it's a well thought of base, which I really appreciate. What am I doing over here? I am searching for the base. Yeah. So this is what I went with. Hunan Charm, Florian. Idea was to just, spam dots. So that's why I got all the extra turn skills. I also had the double Volcanic strap on Florian to apply extra dots. For Hunan, I was running him as a complete supporter. So double all ally buffs and double extra turns for ED spam once I trade disable Hunan. So that was the plan over here. Charm again, simple attacker build. And yeah, of course, as I said, all of the single target skills. I believe I also ran a uh, AoE trade disable. Yeah, that's what I ran on Florian. And let's see how the battle went. So we press fight. Florian takes the first turn. What we're doing now is, I believe, anticipation disabling. Uh, we could also trade disable on Hunan right now, but I think I chose to anticipation disable on Hunan. And then I think I probably trade disabled Charm. Because trade disabling Pierce is actually a good idea too. I do a random dot probably on Hunan, I think so. So let's see. Trade disable on Charm, get that Pierce out of the way, get all of those dots going in, and extra torture on Hunan, and then I guess I go with a double torture. I believe I should have altered over here though. Did I not do the alt right now? If I didn't do it, I think that would have been the smarter play over here. So I went for extra dots, thinking that the dots would take Hunan out, but it clearly didn't take him out. He got an attack in, which looks fine at least for now. I can now do some chain ET, so I go for either warrior inside of five petals, whatever I was feeling at that time. So come on, do the attack while you're thinking. Alright, warrior inside five petals, thinking, and I go for. Imagine I just recharge right now. Five petals on charm. So I'm buffing up charm, I think, right now. So charm can go for the AoE. I think so. But I think they're also running an adventurous essence. I can't actually remember clearly. So checking for relics. I think I'm checking if he's got the barbarian essence, right? So if I AoE all of them right now, Hunan dies last technically, and then he comes back. So I cannot risk doing an AoE right. Oh, wait, yeah, I can actually do an AoE right now because he won't come back because he needs to be the last to die for the barbarian to trigger a revive. So that was why I killed Hunan right over there. Then Charm has a barbarian essence too, so I need to take out Charm right now before I take out Calamancer. So I believe I do a single target on Charm. Unless, of course, I was too weak to do it. I think I did single target Charm. Let's see what happens. I was being paranoid about Dots taking out the monster, but I don't think I took the chance and I just attacked. Because the thing is, she's going to deal some damage right now, and I'm going to lose a monster if that damage dealt was received. But the thing is, the damage from the barbarian essence was coming my way regardless, right? Because Charm was going to die either from my attack or either from the dots next turn. So there was honestly no way for my. The thing. All right, I realized this later once I reviewed this video. If I would have killed Kilomancer right now, and then I would have left Charm to live, and then Charm would have died of the dots. Should have taken out my Hunan. I could have revived with my Hunan because I would have taken out the res block. Get it? So like I would have actually had a clear shot at a 3 coin over there, but I misplayed over there even after calculating whatnot. I don't know what I was even doing over there in that moment, but GG Skyrim, good job, good base. Setting up Killamancer in this war was some devious, demonic, dubious shit, which I really actually appreciate. Good shit, good shit. So after taking down Kyrem, I thought that it would be a good idea to give Sin a shot. Honestly, I don't even want to say. I mean, like, I kind of ruined the fun over here. With my tone, you could probably anticipate my battle outcome. But I believe I could have won this. I could have won this if it was not Sin that set up this base. And I'm not just talking about the monsters, right? Anyone could have set up these monsters, right? I'm not saying anyone actually. Setting up Killermancer in this war is one thing, but then setting up the appropriate skills and the relics to complement each other beautifully is a whole another thing, right? And that's what these guys did. So I don't want to talk much over here. Let's just get straight into the battle. Let's see what happened. Let's see what went down. And I want to feel embarrassed again uh, after getting my ass beat by his amazing base. Let's give it to him. Amazing base. Going into the battle, like just look at his team. Honestly, I get a kick out of when I take on stronger opponents. I honestly do not like bottom feeding, even though in this team in this war there was no bottom feeding. All of their bases were quite good. Quite good is actually uh probably a little disrespectful. All of them were good. So yeah. Anyways, had to go for Sin because I mean, yeah. Look, I don't want to talk more. So looking at relics, looking at everything, I'm like, all right, I took out Kyrem, was the exact same base, right? What could possibly be different over here? So we're gonna run the same exact thing. I think I was thinking of what was I thinking over here? I think I was running the same skill set, right? I am scrolling quite a lot over here. So I'm like, I think, yeah, I took the exact same skill set. Uh, yeah, I actually changed up Hunan's relics because Sin wasn't running a Supreme mask, so I'm like, all right, let me do the same thing. Let me run a Torvax mask as well. The idea was if he did a buff skill, I would remove it with my attacking skill, and if he did attacking skill, I would remove it with my buff skill. So he's already done last sounds. Keep that in mind. He's done two uh, dot. He's applied two dots on me with his relics, so burning and curse, I guess. and of course whatever, electrified with last sounds. And I'm just looking at my monsters. I'm like so confused what hit me. Honestly, I knew what was going to come to me, but what was actually bad was what happened the next turn. So I think I removed the negative effects. I felt like that was necessary to be done. So that's what I went with. Now, I'm the kind of player that likes to finger you in your strength. So I'm like, you've got anticipation. All right, I'm just gonna do a extra turn in your face. So the idea was to trigger that extra turn to get rid of his evasion. And I was expecting him to do something else except for golden roots. But why did he do golden roots? What do I even do now? Right? If I do anticipation disable right now on Hunan, my Florian's gonna die. Hunan, I was just so thrown off right now at this moment. I'm like, why do you have two AoE hitting skills on your Hunan? So I'm just wondering right now. I'm like, alright, I've lost the battle. I do a I do a dot extra turn. I don't even know why I did that. Oh yeah, I did the dot extra turn because if I would disable anticipation, get an extra turn, I wasn't helping myself either way. And there you go. Man, this one was humbling. He was running two attacking skills on Hunan, two AoEs, and he was running two extra turns. Who would have thought that? On defense, where it's usually advised to not run extra turn skills and run your buffing skills, maybe run one last sounds. But this guy, out of the box, right? GG's, really appreciate this base. Uh, so for our third attack, I'm taking on Atro, who's a fellow Adventurer's Essence enjoyer. The thing is, I've used Adventurer's Essence so much that I felt like I might actually be able to cop the win. But who knows what happens next, right? You never know what happens with an Adventurer's Essence. Now, the thing to keep in mind over here with the Adventurer's Essence is you would usually think that, all right, you wait for the uh like only if, like, let's say Hunan is the last monster over here or Charm is the last monster over here and they die, then everyone revives, right? No. Dumbane is part of the Adventurers Guild. So let's say uh Hunan dies. Yeah, if Hunan dies, he won't resurrect. But if, let's say, Hunan is dead and then Charm dies, everyone resurrects because Dumbane is also an Adventurers Guild monster, and Dumbane actually doesn't have an Adventurers Essence. So this is actually a really smart setup of Adventurers Essence. Ideally, you would put it on Dumbane, and the opponent's not so thrown off, but you could easily miscalculate something over here and I don't know, get your ass whooped. So let's see what I did over here in this case. Fight Sunny versus Atro. So this is the team that I was using. I've got a Hunan. I was putting in my. I think I use a Supreme Mask because I don't really see the need for a Tovax mask right now. So come on, swap it in. Did I actually not swap it in? Damn. Hell no. I definitely swapped in the Supreme Mask. Oh wait, I did not. Interesting. So what was my play over here? I threw myself off. So I disable anticipation. All right, the dots kick in. Of course, if you're running Florian on offense and you see that they don't have a lot of stamina draining relics, definitely run a double volcanic strap. The amount of dots you're gonna deal is gonna be insane, and you might just take out all of your opponents with the dots alone. So I did a couple extra turns. I'll probably do another dot and an extra turn. I really liked this skill set that I was using in this war. So yeah, I went for a dot in the next turn, and then I'd probably go for what will I go for? Let us see. I went for my alt, good pick. Thank God I did that. Hunan gets a turn, but he's possessed. That's fine. He's anticipation disabled, so I probably start extra turning. But look at my skill set on Hunan. I've got Whispering Flute. I don't think people usually run the skill, and the reason I'm running Whispering Flute is to deal with Adventurer's Essence. If you've got a monster, if you're battling Adventurous Essence, you don't want to keep AoE skills because you're just going to keep spamming. You're going to keep triggering the Adventurous Essence, and you don't really want that, right? So you want a single target skill, especially on like Hunan. You can um, buff up your Hunan, and then you can just take one of them out right now. I believe I did that. I believe I took out Charm because Charm is an easy pick right now. Did I take out Charm or did I take out Hunan? I took out Charm. So that was down, and then Charm did not revive, of course, because she's got the Adventurous Essence. But again, I gotta keep in mind that they still have one more Adventurous Essence, and if that Adventurous Essence kicks in, they've got Charm with another Adventurous Essence. So a very tricky battle over here. I went for Hunan, and then of course both of them Adventurers Guild, so all of them revive. Shadowrunners kicks in. That was another uh, intentional play because they revive with very little life. So if you have an essence that deals damage once they're revived, plus you applied a dot that is bleeding in this case. Amazing, right? So I took out Hunan, and now if I take out Charm right now, guess what? They're gonna revive again. So let's see. Let's see. Looking at the adventurer's essence. So I did that because I'm gonna get an extra turn and then I'm gonna have some room to play around. I do the trade disable or maybe the alt, whatever. The battle is still in my favor. Unless of course something doesn't land, which in this case it did. And then I could probably like even alt or et spam, get some buffs because Hunan is possessed right now, so it's still fine. uh what do I do? I do the evasion skill. Did I do that? I did the evasion skill, and then I go for some more dots probably, or maybe some anticipation disable. It did land. Amazing. And then yeah, the battle is more or less in my hand. It's just a matter of time. I do some more alting. The thing about this war was Florian kept getting his awakening really fast. So if you were against a Florian or if you were using a Florian, it was a pain for either side. Whoever was losing was a pain for them. So regardless, GG's got the dub on Atro. One wrong move on this base, and it would have clapped me left and right. But of course, I do not lose. I don't. We don't talk about previous battles, but I did not lose. Yeah, remember that. Batman. I wonder if the mic picked that up. But anyways, moving on to the next battle. All right, so fourth battle, I think. So we're going up against Emir. Uh, the reason I'm even going against this base is because uh they have 18 coins left, and I don't like seeing 18 coins left. And honestly, it's not even bottom feeding. Like, look at this base. Looks pretty decent. But again, you could give the benefit of doubt that they're running a Blossom. I believe Volcanix is a Blossom at a monster, so pretty old monster. Let's see how I performed against this base again. They've got an Adventurer's Essence. Adventurer's Essence can actually be a really good thing, but on defense, you can really work around it. So, might not be the best thing unless you've got like three Adventurer's Essence, then I don't know. I need one more Adventurous Essence to play that out. Never done a triple Adventurous Essence. The max I've done is like two. It really helps you out, especially on offense when you can control everything. So the plan for Emir was, I believe I still use the same team. Yeah, it was Florian, Charm, and a friendly Hunan. A very friendly Hunan. What was I doing over here? Alright. Setting up my runes and skills. I've got Vorian side, so double ET. I've got the evasion. I've got last sounds. What am I doing right now? I'm gonna switch a skill. Which skill though? Am I probably going to go for the single target skill because I'm going up against Adventurer's Essence? I don't know. What am I thinking so much though in the video? Why am I thinking so long? All right, come on, give me some. Give me something more. So looks like I did go for the single target skill, an extra turn, evasion, and then last sounds. And I believe that's where my winning condition revolves around. That single target skill on Hunan was really key for me. Also, in like Hunan Wars, I don't understand why people let Hunan go first. I mean, yeah, the evasion is good, but like if there's a Hunan War and you're putting a Hunan on defense, someone on someone on the offense side could always use a Hunan on offense and then remove the evasion. So I don't really like the idea of Hunan going first, but like specifically in this base, you didn't really have to have Hunan go first. But I don't know, he probably had something else in mind. Probably tank. I don't know. I mean, like, to be fair, the base worked. It defended twice until the third guy came in, which was me. And I don't know, probably he did something. Probably he did something good. So what we're going for again? Disable anticipation on Conan, then disable trait on Dumbane. And honestly, in this base, I had to keep Volcanix alive because if Volcanix dies again, remember Adventurer's Essence on Hunan and Dumbane. So if either of them die, they're just coming back. But if you keep in Volcanix in the team, in the opponent's team, uh, they won't revive because Volcanix is not part of the Adventurers Guild. So actually giving Volcanix, keeping a dodge area monster in the middle over there with Adventurers Guild monsters running the Adventurers Essence was actually a little dumb play. If he maybe ran someone else who was easily killable, then it would be easier to trigger the Adventurer's Essence if that makes sense. So maybe running Volcanix over here, especially with that dodge area, was maybe not the best plan over here. But hey, hey, you know, maybe it was just me. Maybe I was just too strong for this base. You never know. So Hoonan just got a lot of dots. If he dies right now, however, he will not revive. Yeah, he will not revive. So I'm thinking probably an extra turn. Okay, I did the evasion skill, and then I go for the alt, I guess. Or did I do the? I did the alt. All right, all right. He dies with the dots. Again, he doesn't revive because, well, Volcanix isn't an Adventurers Guild monster, so he won't revive. Now the idea is to take out Dumbane, because if I take out Volcanix and then I take out Dumbane, everyone comes back, which you don't want. So yeah, really important. Read your relics, know your relics, and then hit hard. Now it's just a little extra turns, and I awaken, and then I could take the sweet sweet victory. Even if Volcanix comes back, it's not going to be that huge of a problem. Man, when that notification popped up over there, I was a little scared. I thought I was about to get disconnected and lose this battle. This amazing 3 coin battle. And there you go. I won another one over there. Very fun. Of course, I still remember that demoralizing loss that I just took a couple of attacks back. And now you just wait. I believe at this time I went to sleep and then I woke up. Let's hop on to our fifth battle. So the thing with my fifth battle, as I just said, I just woke up and I hit attack. And so I forgot to hit record. And I realized that mid battle, and I'm like, it's whatever. So I attacked Tony. Again, same strategy, really. They had, although I ran up against a double anticipation. But what I do over here, I think I probably had Hoonan go first. And then I think what did I even do over there? What did I do over there? I think I had Florian go first. AoE trade disable. And then buff charm or something like that. No, I think I AoE possessed them. That's the only thing that makes sense over here. So probably I think I let the enemy Hunan take the first turn, do whatever he did, and then I think I cleansed or removed positives, doesn't really matter. I probably removed positives so I could remove the positives that Hunan applied with his evasion that the enemy Hunan applied. I removed it and then I went for the AoE possession, which I could obviously do it with Florian too. So something like that. I think I possessed them and then charmed at a one tap, and then they came back, and then the relics took care of most of it. It was a pretty simple battle. Now, I don't know if you're looking at the topmost battle over there, but we're gonna get right into that right now. We are taking on Tapatio for my final war battle. Now you have already seen the war outcome, but how did I even beat this shit? 1 hour 28 minutes remaining. I'm in the bus. I'm trying to reach college in one piece. It was raining heavily that day. I know y'all don't need this information, but that was the circumstance in which I was doing my attack. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna lose this battle, but let's give it a little thought. All right, what could I do against this? There's a lot of speed on this base. There is not a lot of good revival over here, all right? Because for the revival, the only revival in this case is Hunan's Barbarian Essence, but that Barbarian Essence will only work if Hunan dies last. And over here, Hunan is not dying last, definitely. The first person to die over here, in case if I use a Demonic Pact, is going to be Florian. And the last person to die over here is going to be Shakespeareante, because Florian, the Hunan over here is obviously going to be faster than Shakespeareante, if that makes sense. So this is the team that I cook up. I'm like, all right, let me get all my life runes. Let me put everything that I have over here. So I get my Hedrorian. Hedrorian is for Demonic Pact and Artifact. He's also got a Volcanic Strap. So to stall a bit and remove their stamina. Right now, I'm just looking at all of the level 9 runes that I have so I can get some life runes for my Hedrorian because that's what he's rocking right now. I don't think I find any level 9 runes though. Do I or do I not? I mean, I don't. I was literally here. I did this shit. So I take my level 9 for my chieftain, and then I take my level 9 from my Fishigami. Honestly, I wouldn't mind giving Fishigami level 14 runes. This guy is insane with Florian, with Hunin, my bad. I got my last level 9 rune, and I didn't even have single life runes. I had to use team life runes, but honestly, work with what you have. I always say this, work with what you have. So I put in all of my level 9 runes. I put in some level 10 runes. I got some wastelands to increase the unpredictability. I got honor dojo for my Anki so that he can apply some poison. Again, more chip damage, wastelands, volcanics. Tovax's mask really isn't helping, but hey, if I get a turn in, might as well. So the battle starts. I apply the demonic pact, death countdown. Florian goes off. 2 turns in, 1 turn in. Hunan goes warrior inside. He starts spamming his ETs because he sees that the opponent doesn't have any extra turns, any anticipation. And there you go. Hunan is down right off the bat. He's got a barbarian essence, so there's no way of Hunan coming back. So I've already taken out one of the opponents for sure. He's definitely not coming back. Florian is on his last turn. He does Navy possession. Bam, he's down as well. The only hope right now is Shakespeareante. And then he's just got 1 turn left. Hopefully I don't die right now because well, I'm very close to death. Wasteland kicks in, heal a lot, and then yeah, Roger does some salt and pepper shit, and then there you go. GG's. Love that. Hell yeah. Got him.